trove of leaked documents verified by a leading think tank reveals Russia may be teaching China how to drop tanks and troops from a plane. It says it's clear why the Chinese want this training.
It's actually a very critical component which is needed for China being ready to invade Taiwan.
When China invades Taiwan, the futures will the USA go to war to protect Taiwan? The long-standing official U.S. policy toward the defense of Taiwan in the event of an invasion by China has been one of strategic ambiguity. The legal framework, Taiwan Relations Act (TRA). The Taiwan Relations Act of 1979 is a U.S. domestic law that governs the unofficial relationship and is key to the U.S. commitment. It states that U.S. policy is the USA provide Taiwan with arms of a defensive character to enable it to maintain a sufficient self-defense capability, to maintain the capacity of the United States to resist any resort to force or other forms of coercion that would jeopardize the security or the social or economic system of the people on Taiwan. The bottom line, if China were to invade Taiwan, the U.S. decision to go to war would be a political decision made by the President and Congress at that time, rather than a foregone legal requirement.
U.S. intelligence says China's People's Liberation Army is also rapidly expanding its rocket force. Well over 3,000 missiles, new missile bases up and down the Chinese coast facing Taiwan. This base built in just 2 years. Look at these satellite images from 2020 and 2022. They're even putting new bases in old buildings.
This is where the artillery brigade of the 73rd Army Group is stationed. Now, what's unique, they used a deserted textile factory as their base.
Joseph Wen is an open source researcher in Taiwan. For the past 4 years, he's been using satellite imagery to map out China's massive military footprint.
What you're looking at on this map now is Pingtan, the closest point of China to Taiwan. And there are many long-range artillery units at this location, established at the end of 2022, right after Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan.
So what does it tell you that China is bolstering its artillery bases that are within firing range of Taiwan?
In recent years, China has put more focus on lower cost and higher volume long-range artillery, which could deplete Taiwan's reserve of air defense missiles.
China's rocket force has been rocked by corruption scandals, and no one knows how well its missiles perform in actual combat. Experts warn sheer numbers could overwhelm Taiwan's defenses. The island is responding with military drills, turning city streets into combat zones, subway stations into mock battlegrounds. A message to the public: be ready. There are thousands of bomb shelters here in Taipei because people would have a matter of maybe 2 or 3 minutes if China were to fire those missiles before they would arrive here in Taiwan, Aaron. Experts say China's military buildup is the largest the world has seen since before World War II. And while the PLA has surpassed Russia in almost all areas militarily, the airborne forces, I'm told, are an exception because Russia's airborne forces actually have combat experience while the PLA does not. But Aaron, they certainly seem to be preparing for it.
All right, thank you very much, Will Ripley.
If you enjoyed the video and you learned something, do not forget to like, share, and comment on the video footage. It helps my YouTube channel by sending a signal to the internet algorithms to share the video with other social media video watchers. Hey, do not go anywhere. We have over 1,000 videos for you to watch. Thank you for watching.
Since they are in debt, since the United States is in debt with these countries, they kill me. It's funny. It's not really funny to me. They talk about, oh, TikTok is evil. TikTok is evil. Okay, TikTok is a social media platform. Okay, they're collecting our information. They're collecting our information. You know what doesn't make it? It's craziness to me. Okay, is you're hollering about TikTok, China having TikTok, and they're harvesting the information and using it for the CCP. I'm talking about the Communist Party in China. But the thing is, what's mind-boggling to me is that China, this president leader, this president chief, they're buying farmland and they're buying companies in the United States of America, and they have bought farms that are right next to military installations. They have bought corporations in the United States of America, and they have used. So therefore, once you buy a company, that intellectual information is yours, and they used it, weaponized, done it in a smart way. You know what I'm saying? The masses are concentrating on TikTok, a social media platform, but here it is, China is buying up so much land and companies in the United States, and even buying land by military bases, which will give them the ability, if they really, really wanted to, to collect information and mega data and transmit and hear transmissions and collect data. If there was something to really, really break out in the United States, and it gives China an edge. It gives China an edge, which they are partner with the Soviet Union. I mean, not Soviet Union, I mean Russia. And it gives them an edge. And China is also buying a multitude of land in Africa, because they know, in spite of what people used to say about the United States, people swaying from trees and all that, it is a country that is rich in minerals like copper, platinum, and they're buying it up. And genius thing about it is, you know what they're doing is they're giving leaders loans in Africa. They're giving them, and they know, they've already calculated, damn, you know what, we're going to give this to them. They will never have the ability to pay it back. But we're giving them, but to, the thing is, for collateral, okay, to make sure if they don't pay the debt, we will include in the contract of the agreement that, you know what, we could take over this port. And what happened is, this ports that are in Africa in strategic positions, they will say, we will put your Africans to work if we do take over, but that is not their intentions. And the thing is, they will have ports all over Africa, and they're buying up Africa, buying it up. And the thing is, that will give them more control. That will give them much more control than what they. I'm not gonna say them what they wanted, and I would say that U.S. is being outsmarted because they want to do things the old way.
video and you learned something, do not forget to like, share, and comment on the video footage. It helps my YouTube channel by sending a signal to the internet algorithms to share the video with other social media video watchers. Hey, do not go anywhere, we have over 1,000 videos for you to watch. Thank you for watching.